What is going on, you guys? Happy Wednesday. It's December 15th, 3:42 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I tried going live there 30 minutes ago and it disconnected and reconnected, and I didn't realize I was going the whole time and the stream never aired. So here I am restarting it again. Just some technical difficulties. We're past it now. We can move along. It's not going to ruin our day. I hope you guys all had a wonderful day. Once again, we're halfway through the week. Markets are about to close in 20 minutes. The Feds met today. The Fed said they will aggressively dial back its bond buying, sees 3 rate hikes next year. So just giving us a heads up on what's going on. The markets seem to be reacting nicely to what the Feds talked about, so that's good. We got the SPY right when that meeting happened. You could see it was dead all day and all morning, and right when they had that meeting, really good response to it, and we're ripping right back up to new highs, so that's good. That's what everybody wants. So normally when the Feds meet on the Wednesdays, when the market opens leading up to when the Feds finally meet, a lot of the times you're going to notice it's dead, no momentum or follow through. That's because everybody's waiting for what the Feds will say. But then after they have their meeting, you could see some really good opportunities pop up. So let's talk about the stocks that popped off today, stocks that offered opportunity, and dive into it. First one I want to jump in and talk about, PPSI. Now PPSI, if you've been a member in the Discord or watched our daily recaps, we've had PPSI on our watch list for the last 3 to 4 weeks, and just offers really good range and opportunity on it. Yeah, it's got light volume, but PPSI, if you just pay attention to those psychological levels and watch it every day, there's opportunity on it, no doubt. Scrolling out on this, you could see last week even, we were getting nice rips 2 days in a row on PPSI. Here it ripped up $4 a share. The next day, from 10 up to 14, that's another $4 per share rip to the upside. Pulls down. That $8 has been acting as a magnet. You have a lot of good support at that $8 when you zoom out on this chart. The last 3 trading days, $8 was a good base. And from that, zoom into today, from 8, we lift up to 850, push up over 850 to 9. Now we're pushing up and running up to 950. So PPSI on the day, nice $1.50 up move on it. And just gradually trending up as the day progresses. The top percentage gainer on the day, BFRI. Now the last 4 days, BFRI has been on the top percentage gainers list. Every single day you could see BFRI has had nice runs to the upside. With BFRI, this morning in the prep, we were talking about it stalling out at $8. It's just simply overcrowded. There's too many people in on it. You have all types of different personalities, beliefs, trading strategies. When you have an overcrowded stock, it's a tug of war between the bears and the bulls, and you're just going to get caught up in a lot of indecision. You can get caught up in a lot of fake outs. It's just real choppy. Real choppy. So this morning from 675, it had a nice real fast rip to 775, just below that $8. And you could see all this volume was pumping into it in the morning here. Every 1 minute candle on average was pumping about 1 million in volume. It's a low float stock. The float on BFRI is only 3.6 million. So a 3.6 million float, prices should be ripping to the upside. That's a low float, but it's just getting stuffed. And BFRI, this has just been a weird mover. I mean, for a low float stock, it should not be grinding like this. Low float stocks usually have big rips to the upside, and they really take off and run. So with BFRI getting stuffed at $8, it trends all the way down here back to 660s and then consolidates all afternoon, drops down on everybody, consolidates even more at 650. Now they're ripping it up $1 to 750s. 10 minutes before the market open, they're making it look like it's going to rip and explode up over that $8. This is a risky play here, because from 750s, this could easily slam back down $7, $6.50, and trap even more people. It has to have a clean break up over $8 for volume to really get going into this. 82 million in volume on the day on BFRI. And imagine the psychological issues that a stock like this would give you if you were to have gotten in on it way over here, anticipating for it to surge up over that VWAP, for it to flush down on you like that, and then to ultimately come back like that. That's going to play head games with you, especially if you're under PDT rule. That's not fun. So who knows what they do with BFRI. If I was to guess, this thing is, I think it's going to fail, to be honest with you guys. I don't see it breaking up over 8, but anything could happen. I think there are better opportunities out there. We also had ESSC. Today it had a nice $3 range on it. Now yesterday is when it really started to heat up. This stock trended up for days. And then yesterday it got that euphoric explosion. Just built up and built up and built up. And then boom. From 20s running all the way up to 26. Beautiful move on ESSC. But once this thing started to trend down here, it collapsed, and it collapsed hard. And this should be an eye-opener for a lot of people, with saying just because stocks pull back or retrace does not mean they have to bounce. Stocks don't have to do anything. From 26 all the way down to 13, that's a big pullback. And at the end of the day, yesterday on ESSC, we were watching this in the chat as it was just grinding up to 14, and you could just tell they were holding it back. They made it pop up so many times, making it look like it was going to pop and go, but nothing happened. Going into after hours, it perked up here to 1450s, and then today it was holding the previous day's close at 1350, running all the way up to almost $17, pulling back 1450s, then popping back up to 1650s, a bit choppy, but still, there's still opportunity there. Remember, we all look at these charts differently, you guys. We all see opportunities in different places. All of us do. Because at the end of the day, we all have different beliefs. All of us do. What else did we have today? Quickly looking here real quick. DWAC. This was a really, really good play here. DWAC. When I scroll out, you can see my trend line. The last 4 days, this stock pulled back nonstop. From $70 all the way down to $48.50 a share. So that's about a $25 pullback on DWAC. After hours, yesterday, it was finding resistance yesterday, all at $50. Right when the market closed, this thing exploded up $5 a share to $55. So today it's opening up at 52.50s. And when we were doing the prep this morning, we were talking about DWAC, and we were saying ideally what we would like to see for it to pull back down, hold $50 as support, because that was all resistance yesterday. And we also have the previous day's close was at 50. So we have two factors at 50. It's a nice psychological level, $50. The previous day's close was right there. And this today, from 52.50, came all the way down and kissed 50. Got a nice $2 per share bounce. Back down to 50. Pops up to 51. And we look at right now, we're running right back up to 55 again. Even held VWAP there at 52. So there's some good setups and opportunity on DWAC. AMC. This was another good play today as well. As well as yesterday. Yesterday, from $20, it had a nice $5 run to the upside to 25. Then today, it's opening up right at resistance, 25. Pulls back down, 22.50s. And all you really had to do, draw some trend lines on it, connecting the lower highs, lower lows, patiently wait. Wait for that reversal. Right here, you got that explosion up over the trend line connecting all of your lower highs. And from 23 all the way up to 25, that's a $2 move to the upside. And it's been trending up. So good move on AMC. If this gets over 25, next stop for it is going to be about $28, $30. So AMC could be on watch for the next couple days as we go towards the end of the week. We had VERU trend up here from 6 to 625. Not much range on that. Let's go back real quickly. Look at BFRI. See? You could see it from a mile away. All they're doing is trapping people. That's all they're doing. They're going to play games with it. It's overcrowded. Stay away from overcrowded stocks, you guys. They never end well. ISIG. This was really, really fast. Same thing with DWAC. ISIG was a recent supernova runner. running all the way up to 36 bucks. After it hit 36 for 1, 2, 3, 4 days straight, ISIG pulled down. It's been leveling out at that $16. And today, you had to be real fast. You got to keep an eye on these stocks. From 16s, runs all the way up to $20 a share. Just like that. Boom. And then collapse and falls apart. Some people like low float stocks and these runners. Some people don't like these stocks. They can look at this and be like, man, I see garbage. That is just straight garbage. It ran up so fast and couldn't hold its gains. There's some people out there who see opportunity in stuff like this. So it's all about always going to what you see value in, where you see opportunity. Some people like these really fast moves so they can quickly get in, get out, take their profit, and walk away and say, man, I just made my money in 2 minutes. I'm done for the day. We're all different, all of us. Some people like stocks that slowly grind up for hours. That's fine. Always go to what makes you comfortable. That's all that matters. SGMA 13 was really trying to hold up on SGMA, but it fell down now to 11s. I'm still going to keep this on watch for that nice big rebound on it, short covering. So keep an eye on SGMA the next 2 days. FHTX. This was another one today. This was in play 3 days ago. Yesterday, it didn't do much of anything. It was pretty much consolidating. Today, from $17.50, runs up to $19 a share. Right out of the open. Just boom, explodes up. After it ran up to 19, it just stalled out because that was the theme this morning. It was just failed follow through and momentum. You really had to be selective in what you traded or it just sat on your hands. And CABA, a member in chat yesterday, Rome, called out CABA. It had a big gap down from 13s. Got driven all the way down to 3. That's a $10 downfall. And we looked at it and we said, if it can get up over 4 and 450, this thing could get up and running with good momentum. It's got a big void. Over 450, it's got a lot of room here it can run. So CABA, there's a lot of potential opportunity on this name. We're just going to have to keep tabs on it. Today, it set up really nice. It moved up from 350s all the way up now to 4. Let it keep doing its thing. What's going on, Calvin Jones? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, my man. We're just closing out the day, doing a quick little recap. And looking at all of the stocks that popped off and had opportunity today. Going off of the thumbnail of this video, guys, my new motto going into 2022 is we are the 10%. 90% of people fail as day traders. You gotta put in that work and have that work ethic. Showing up every single day, getting in that screen time, studying charts, growing every single day. It's a non-stop grind every day to be good in this game. Everybody wants to talk about being a good trader, but they don't want to accept the process and put in the time to be a good trader. It blows my mind how many people just give up and quit and they don't even see their full potential. So the market's just closed 2 minutes ago. BFRI down there at $7. So now you got to look at this. And that's the thing, you guys. You got to think differently. So if I make a video and I see all of these trolls commenting on it and bashing what I'm saying, then I know I'm doing the right thing and I'm on the right track because I'm thinking differently than everybody else. I don't want to put out something and have 100% of people all agree on what I'm saying because I know the 10% have to think differently than everybody else. Let's look at AMC once again for an example. This is one of my favorite stocks to pick on. And look around, everybody was on the AMC train. And I kept saying, no, it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. People comment, you don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy, dude. Sure enough, look what happened. So you got to think differently than everybody else to survive in this game. Think outside of the box. So with BFRI being the top percentage gainer today, we know everybody has their eyes on it. Everybody. It's got over 80 million in volume. The float is only, 3.6 million? So let's put this together real quick. Volume, 80 million. Float, 3.6 million. So we got 80 million volume in on this stock. The float's only 3.6 million. On average, we've rotated this float 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, so 30. Let's just on an estimate, 30, 35 times we've rotated the float on BFRI. That's a lot of float rotation. If you've rotated a float over 30, 40 times and you only have a range of $1 a share, something's off. Something's off. And let's look at ISIG real quick. Scroll back, way back here. You see how this stock ripped from 12 all the way up to $25 a share? Well, let's look at it real quick. The float this day, this was on December 8th. So December 8th, it had 67 million in volume. Go back over to our 1 minute. Bring back over our Epic Pen. So the volume was 67 million on ISIG. The float on this is even lower than BFRI. The float on ISIG is around 1,900,000. So they've rotated the float on this stock on this day 65, 67 times, 70 times they've rotated the float. And look at the price fluctuation from $12 up to $25. That's a $13 run to the upside. Now that is a natural run on a low float stock compared to something like BFRI. Am I right? So something's up with BFRI. That's not how a low float stock moves. A low float stock, see, it had natural movement here when it exploded from 5 up to 650 right out of the open right there. But the next day, that just grinding up all day, that's not natural for a low float stock. And then it did it the next day as well, just grinding up. And then everybody dumped it and it crashed all the way down. And now today, look at all the grindiness action on it. That's screaming, stay away, stay away. It's throwing up all the warning signs. So you as a individual or a trader, you got to pick up on all of these hints and put the story together. Once again, being the 10% who thinks differently than everybody else. So that's going to wrap it up for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's little quick recap. You're not going to hear CNBC mention and talk about the stocks that I pull up and bring up. There's a lot of good opportunity out here every single day. So remember, just because we're traders, guys, doesn't mean we trade every single setup. We don't have to trade every single day. What we do as traders, we patiently wait for trades to come to us for setups that we've seen over and over and over again. We wait for those plays to come to us. A trade should just walk right up to you, smack you in your face, and it should make perfect sense to you. You'll know if something is tradable. You'll just know. Pay attention to your emotions, your current state of mind. This is all the stuff it takes, you guys. I'm telling you. 90% of people fail in this game. 90%. That's a big statistic. 90% of people fail. That's crazy. Don't give up, guys. Don't quit. I'm telling you. It gets easier the longer you do this. I'm Mr. Wolf. Thanks for tuning in to today's stream. If you're new here to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. They hate us because they ain't us. As I always say,